Hold up a second, there's something special Dad needs to share with you. He's really proud of you. You know, life's like a roller coaster. Sometimes good folks get a rough deal, and sometimes the not-so-good ones land in a bed of roses. But hey, you're out here trying to spread some goodness, and that's awesome. Your hard work. It doesn't go unnoticed. Dad's beaming with pride. But heads up, there's a bit of a twist in the story. Dad's got a warning for you tucked right in this message. Make sure you stick around till the very end of this video, no fast forwarding, okay? You wouldn't want to miss out on the blessings lined up for you. There's a bit of a heads up from the man upstairs about someone nearby who might stir up trouble. Best to keep your eyes open and maybe keep a bit of distance. Stay safe and keep doing your thing. Alright, let's dive a bit deeper into this situation, keeping it simple and clear. Picture this, there's someone in your life who's pretty upset because things haven't gone the way they planned, especially since you didn't play the part they wanted you to. This person, well, they're like a dark cloud looming over what should be a bright and sunny day. They're always on edge, trying to take charge in a way that's anything but fun. Imagine a factory churning out red flags. That's this person in a nutshell. They're showing all the signs of being someone you're better off avoiding. Why? Because they're the type who could turn your life into a series of unwanted dramas and headaches. Here's where it gets interesting. Some time ago, this person completely fell for you. They managed to win you over, convincing you to start a relationship with them. But here's the kicker. It was all a performance. Think of them as an actor on stage, playing the role of the kind, loving partner perfectly, but offstage, the reality was a stark contrast. Their true goal was to micromanage your life, dictating your every move without considering what you wanted or needed. Spotting these warning signs early is crucial for steering clear of trouble. On the surface, this person might look like the embodiment of perfection, all smiles and warmth. But the truth is far from it. Beneath that facade is a completely different agenda. They're not in it because they genuinely care about you. Their main aim is to keep you under their thumb. So what's the game plan? Keep your eyes wide open and stay sharp. While they might present themselves as the ultimate partner, remember, it's just a mask. The real person underneath is trying to tie you down, not out of love, but out of a desire to control your life. So keep on your toes, guard your personal space, and don't let their manipulative tactics derail your peace of mind. Your vibe, your rules. Don't let anyone mess with that. When you saw who they really were, you said no more and decided to walk away, looking for brighter days. You left them behind and started fresh, but they couldn't let it go. They thought they had to get back at you because their plans didn't work out since you didn't follow their script. They wanted to mess with your happiness to stop you from moving on. But that's not going to fly. The universe has a funny way of showing the truth. They'll end up seeing how kind you've been and feel sorry for trying to mess with you. This is a heads up to take care of yourself. It's a reminder to stay sharp and not let them mess with your peace. Keeping your distance is super important. Here's the hopeful part. They'll eventually realize the hurt they've caused and say sorry, promising to stay out of your way for good. Remember, how you respond to this is in your hands. By staying strong and looking after your own peace, you can keep their drama from messing with your vibe. And through all this, having a little faith helps. Knowing you're not alone, and that there's a bigger plan can give you strength. So, keep your eyes open for the next little while. It might just change everything for you, leading you to better days. God wants to tell you something really cool. He's always with you, like a super friend who never leaves your side. Imagine going through a big, wild adventure, kind of like the Israelites did on their way to a special place. Even when they got a bit scared and started grumbling deep down, they knew God was right there with them. And just like them, you'll face stuff that makes you wonder and might even shake your faith a bit. But here's the thing, God's made you some pretty awesome promises, and He's all about keeping them. So when things get tricky, remember to trust in Him. You've probably told yourself, God's got my back, or God's in this with me. Those are super important to remember, especially when the going gets tough. If you're nodding along and believe in what God's got planned for you, think of this as a virtual high five. God didn't drop you into this world to just watch you struggle. Nope, you're here to grab hold of some amazing blessings and to spread a little of that goodness around to others. Keep in mind the ups and downs will come and go, but what's really key is sticking with your faith in God. He knows you by name, which means you're pretty special to Him. Nothing can break that bond, not people, not tough times, because you're part of God's family. So take a deep breath and soak in this truth. God's love for you is huge and it's not going anywhere. Let that fill you up with peace and a warm feeling, knowing you're never alone. My child, before you jump on board with any advice or start following what everyone else is doing, hit the pause button and ask yourself, does this match up with what God teaches? You know, it's like checking if a puzzle piece fits where you're trying to put it. Today, with so many voices out there from people around us to endless posts on social media, and yes, sometimes even at church, it's super easy to get mixed up. So, here's a friendly nudge. Be a little picky about what you let into your heart and mind. Make sure it's in line with the good stuff God talks about. It's like keeping your garden free of weeds so only the good plants grow. Feeling a bit down or heartbroken? You're definitely not alone in that. The Bible is full of stories about people who've been through really rough times. Take Hagar, who had to leave home with her son, or Hannah, who waited so long to have a baby. Or think about Job, who lost everything that was important to him, and Ruth and Naomi, who lost their husbands but found a way to keep going. These stories aren't just old tales, they show us that God has a way of making things better, even when it seems impossible. So when you're feeling low, remember to chat with God about it. He's like a pro at fixing broken hearts and turning things around.